Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile and don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down. nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile and don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile and don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile and don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Hey, Aditya. Good evening. Hemant. Good evening. Good to see you all. Let me quickly check how many people have joined YouTube, if at all anybody has joined. Okay, cool. By the way, before we begin, I have a small announcement. Right, we are on the 100th day of our 1,000 days of no code challenge, and thank you everyone for being a part of this. I know a lot of you have shared a lot of good responses, right? And it has actually helped our team to keep going. So thank you once again for being a part of this journey and supporting us in whatever way possible from your end. Please do watch the video. I think Punita shared it in the community. Please do watch, share your feedback, share it with others, right? Like the video so that it can reach more people and keep supporting us so that we can keep doing a lot more such videos. Plus, we are also coming up with 21 days of no code automation challenge, right? Which happens as a part of this 1,000 days challenge. So from tomorrow onwards, for the next 21 days, we will be sharing videos on how to automate your day-to-day tasks without writing a single line of code in a similar way, right? So 5 minutes or 7 minutes of video every day. So if that is of interest to you, please do let's say subscribe to the channel, or if you have already done, then keep watching the videos, because yeah, that's what we are going to do for the next 21 days. And followed by that, we will come up with maybe 100 days of AI challenge, where we will be talking about AI tools for the next 100 days. Good. Coming back, I hope you all were able to practice whatever we did during the last session. Yes, no. Hello, hello, hello. Were you able to practice? Working on my app, prototype in Figma. Okay, that's good.
ए साडेसातला निघूया 7:08ला रिक्षाने जाऊ लागेल.
Guys, please be on mute if you're not talking here. Okay. Good, Hemant. That's nice to hear. Anybody else? Manoj says yes. Others? Were you able to practice? Adding some new features to project management app. Okay, that's good. Very nice. Others. Okay, no response from others. Hey, Hans. Hey, Abu Baker. We have Devraj, Smita. Anyone able to practice anything? Using the last sessions on API. Wow, good. Okay, let's get started. So we saw some basic APIs during the last session, right? We also saw some intermediate ones, and we also saw how do we connect OpenAI to our Bubble app. What we are going to do today is create a clone of ChatGPT to a certain extent. Okay, which means we will have. You are a Tesla fan? Not really. I mean, yeah and no, both. Yes, I love the cars. Okay, but I'm not wearing t-shirt because I love the cars. Just that somebody had given me, and I wear whatever I get to get to my hand, right? So yeah, nothing much of that sort. Okay. Coming back, today we are going to clone ChatGPT in a way. Okay, I wouldn't say like everything we are going to clone, but we will get a hang of how this entire chat thing works, where it keeps context, and we will also work on the left menu part, which will allow us to switch between the chats and so on and so forth. Okay, it's going to be a bit intense because the topic is such, right? So please do concentrate, and please do not practice while we are doing this, and please do not get distracted with other things while we are doing this. Okay, can we get started, everyone? Can we get started? Okay. Thank you. Let's get started. So I'll get this chat over here so that I can see it. And then I'll share my screen. Let me firstly get wait. Screen. Can you see my screen? Okay. Let me go back to OpenAI and get the keys because he seemed to have. Also, just an update, I may have to drop off by 8:30, 8:40 or so. We'll finish the topic and then we'll wind up. If you have any questions, then you can put it and we can take it during the next session. Okay. Create. Oh no, where did I create it? No, guys. Okay. So this was our incorrect API key. What are you talking? Just Tableau. Tableau. Okay. Yeah, this is what we had covered until last session. Now, how do we keep the context? Let's check that. Okay. So if you see here, messages is a list of things, right? This is a list of things. So you see, to begin with, we have role equal to system, content is you are a helpful assistant, role is user, content is whatever content we are giving. And if we go back to this one, right, we have role is assistant and content is why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts, right? So now what I'll do is I'll take this also from here. Okay, I'll take this also from here. I'll add that over here. Okay, of course, we had to add it within flower braces. Okay, and the text over here was tell me about, or let me just make a duplicate of this and we can use it. I don't want to disturb what we have created, so let me just remove this particular thing from here. We'll remove this comma. And this is good. Okay, so let me go over here and make chat continue. So here we will put this tell me a joke. Or we will change the question, right? You are a helpful assistant. Which is the capital of India? Okay, and the answer would have been. Okay, let me get the answer from here. I'll put it over here. Which is the capital of India. I'll get the answer from here. We'll go to show raw data to get the role and content. So this is the role and content. Copying this, click on save, come over here and add that particular thing in this flower braces. Okay. So what we see is role is assistant, right? Content is the capital of India is New Delhi. Now we will add role again. Comma, role. Now here comes the next question. Okay. Every other message is separated by a comma, and every message starts with flower braces and ends with flower braces, within which we have role. And the beginning one is the system. After that, one is user, one is assistant, user, assistant, and so on and so forth. It keeps happening like this. Content is the message that goes out from that particular user. Okay. Now I've added this next question here. I'll click over here. We have this dynamic. Now, if you see the entire, text that we have built here, the JSON that we have built, okay, the context is system is you are a helpful assistant, right? The user asks, what is the capital of India? Assistant has mentioned the capital of India is New Delhi. Now the user will ask, how big is it? Now tell me, if this context was not there, if I ask how big is it here? Okay, see this, how big is it? Right? You can check what is the answer that we get. It looks like you are asking about the size of something, but I need a bit more information to provide a helpful answer. What specific items or object are you asking about? Right? It does not have a context here. But in this case, because I have added the context over here, if I ask how big is it, then it will talk about New Delhi. Right? New Delhi as a city specifically designated within the National Capital Territory of Delhi covers an area of about 42.7 square kilometers. However, when people refer to Delhi, they often mean the larger NCT of Delhi, which spans approximately 1,484 square kilometers. Did you see the context? Yes, everyone? Are you able to follow along? Hello, hello, hello.
So, Mr. May I come in if you don't mind, please?
Yes.
Yeah. See now here, role the system. So system is we are talking about. See, user means it's very clear. User means we all, whosoever is asking question. So system means here the system in the chat GPT. We mean to say, or what does it indicate specifically about system?
Yeah, system means you are telling what should it act as.
Okay. See,
Okay. So basically, if I tell that you are a lawyer.
Okay.
Okay. Then the responses will be in terms of being a lawyer.
System here means nothing but chat GPT. We are talking about AI.
Chat GPT. Yes.
All right. All right. Okay. Fine.
Or OpenAI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So here,
So what should it act as when it is responding? Okay. Let's try this out. I've never tried, but let's see. You are a 5-year-old kid. Okay. Crazy experiment, but let's see what it answers. Okay. What is the capital of India? Okay. So you can see that the answer is very different now. Right? Whether a 5-year-old kid will know this much or not, I am not sure. But you see that the answer right now is very different to what it was before.
yeah.
Right?
Okay. So assistant is also referring to the chat GPT only, OpenAI.
Assistant is what OpenAI is responding back. Okay. System is what we are telling the system to act as.
Okay.
Okay. We are giving a role for system to play, right? And whatever that system is responding back is assistant.
Okay.
This happens just once at the beginning of the JSON structure. and then it is user assistant, user assistant, user assistant.
So minimum 2 times, sorry, I'm interrupting. I'll stop after this. So we have to give two, earlier one we gave only once. So now here we have to give the role 4 times minimum for this to become a
It
chat.
keeps happening every conversation, right? So if you go to ChatGPT again, right? If you see that, right? I have sent, let's say, one message. So this becomes the role user. This becomes role assistant. This becomes role user. This becomes role assistant.
Okay.
Okay. Every message that I have sent becomes a role user. Every message that I've got from ChatGPT becomes a role assistant.
Assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you how this JSON is being structured as and when we take it further.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So if you want the third question to be asked, then this becomes 5. Sorry, now it's already 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yeah, it becomes 6 if you want the third question to be asked.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it keeps adding 2 more every time you want to ask the next question.
I got it. We'll practice and then we'll come back for next question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Roles from the front end as a user, yeah, you can change it, right? You just have to add a parameter. So if you're talking about the system role, then you can make this as a parameter, right? Where you can say this is system underscore role, and then you can change it over here. Once you make it as a parameter, you can change it from front end also. Okay. Good. So let's try to see how do we create this from the front end. Okay, because we need to, like, we cannot come here and change it every time. Like, okay, now role user we will add, now role assistant we will add, role user we will add, role assistant we will add. So this has to happen on the front end, right? So let's do that. Okay, this is there. I will keep it as is. I'll create a new page called ChatGPT clone. And to begin with, I'll add a group called main, right? Firstly, we'll make this as a column, and we will go to this particular group and call this as main. Okay, and we need a left menu to come in. So if we go here, we have a left menu. So let's make this left aligned, or rather margin left 300. Okay, and we can open this up so that it can take the entire space available. We can also open this up so it takes the entire bottom space as well. And I will add a floating group, which will be of 280, and it can expand, which is on the left side. For now, I'll just fill this with some EB. Okay, and this is the main area that we are working with. And within the main area, I'll add some padding of 20, 20, 20, and 20. Okay. So as we can see, we have a message coming in from here and response from here. So let's begin from the very first message. Okay. So I'm going to add a group, which will be added at the bottom, which will be called group message. Okay. Similar concept can be used for your normal conversation, chat, or whatever it is. Okay. Logic will remain the same, just that the workflow will slightly change. Okay. So I'll go to this one and I will change the container alignment to bottom. So we have this particular thing at the bottom. And what we need here is an input box, our multi-line input box. Okay, so I'm going to add this. Type your message here or ask your question. Does ChatGPT have ask anything? That's fine. Okay, now I'll expand this further. So it takes the entire region, and we can also make this as just 45. So it's shorter, this thing. We'll make this particular group as row layout, and I will add an icon on this side, okay, which will be send. So they have icon like this. We will also yeah, and 30 cross 30 is fine. We can get us 45 cross 45. Oh, too big. Give me 35 cross 30. Then we can add some space between these two. Let's say 10. 10. Okay. So if we go to this particular thing, chat continue already has something added here, which is the capital of India, and the capital of India is New Delhi and stuff like that. We don't need any of those. We just need, what I say, them to start from the very first question. Okay. So we'll go with this particular example, and we will build the JSON so that it has context, and we will continue to see how it goes. Okay. You are a helpful assistant. We will keep it. From the next question onwards, we will keep taking it from user. So that question is coming from here. Okay. So when we send this particular message, what we have to do is search for chat, and we have chat completion, which is what we are going to use. And it is asking us, how big is it? Okay, which was the question that we tried with. So this is the question. So this will be our multi-line input value. Okay. And we will get the response in this particular fashion. Okay, where role is assistant and content is whatever is the content. Using that, we have to build our JSON. Okay, if we go back to this particular thing, what is common between this and this is this section and this section, right? Of course, also this one. This particular thing is what gets updated every time we send a message and when we receive the response from OpenAI. Is that right? Everybody with me? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a data type. Okay, and I'm going to call this as chats. We will have a name to it. We'll call this as text. And then we will have JSON, which is also text. Okay. And then we will have messages, which is linked to chat. I'll call this as link chat, which is text. And now who is sending it? User or this thing? So we can create options that if we need. Chat send by user, or yeah, we can go to data type. We can make sent by. Sent by. We can also store message, which is text. Okay. So what we have to do when this happens is, firstly, we have to create a chat. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to this particular group that we have, which is main. I'm going to call this as chat. Okay, data source is nothing. So I'll go to the workflows, and I'm going to create a new thing, which is chat if group main chat is empty. If it is empty, then I'm going to create it. Otherwise, no. Okay, and in fact, I can push this over here as well. Now, the next thing that I want to do is create message. Okay, and the first message is being sent by user. And the message is the multi-line input ask your question value. Again, this can also be sent over here. Now, we want to create the second message, which is the AI response, right? So here it is AI, and the response is result of step 3. Okay, choices, first items, message content. And of course, thank you, Hemant, for pointing that out. Linked chat should be result of step 1. What? Why is it not linked? What have I done here? Message. Oh, sorry. Link chat should be not text. Chat should be chat. Okay, so I have to delete this link chat, which is text from here. Okay, so it will be result of step 1 over here and also here. But keep in mind that this will happen only if result of step 1 is result of step. If we create a result of step 1, which is group means chat is empty, right? If not, then it has to come from the group main. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to element action, display data in a group of this thing, which will be your group main. And this will be result of step 1. Okay. So we create a new chat and then put it in step 2, which is display in that particular group. And this will happen if only if the result of step 1 is not empty. Okay. So in this case, what we can do is we can get this as group means chat. And this can also be group means chat. And prior to this, we can add a pause of 1 second so that this actually has been created and it also goes to that particular group. Okay. Both of this is created by user, Aditya, right? So both of it is created by user because created by will be the same user. I'll show you that. Okay. So we are creating this one. Plus, we are also supposed to update our JSON, which is very important. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is make changes to thing. And the thing is group means chats JSON. Oh, sorry. Chat and JSON should be updated here. Now closely observe, since this part is common and this part is common, this is not what we are going to add in the JSON. We are going to add the JSON which is getting updated, regularly. Okay. And that's why what I would do in this particular case is I will remove this entire thing and add context here. This becomes the entire context now. Okay. And this is the JSON that is being saved in the database. Okay. So this JSON will be arbitrary text. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this particular thing. We'll go here, arbitrary text. So what are we adding? This one. The first one is user, and user content will go here. So this will be result of step 4's message. And then we will add a comma. And the next one will be role assistant. And whatever we have got from the assistant will be added, which is result of step 6 message. So far, so good. Are you able to follow? I'll walk you through all the steps again, why we have done something and what each of this step is doing. We will go through. Right? So what we did is we added a box where user can create their question, ask their question, click on this particular icon. And when we create this particular icon, we are checking if there is a chat created or not. And if it is not created, then create a new one and then create message. So I'm considering each of this to be individual messages, right? This is our message, this is assistant message, and so on and so forth. And this is chat for us. Okay. So we are creating a new chat if there is no chat available. And I'm going to send that to the main group so that we can reference which particular chat we are active on right now. Right. So if I go here, this is the chat that we are in active right now. So any details of this particular chat will be shown when we are active on this particular chat. Okay. So that's precisely why we have to send the chat reference to main group, or we can also send it as URL parameter. Okay. I'm adding a pause at this moment because we are going to refer the group mains chat in the following thing. And I want to make sure that the chat that we created in step 1 has actually gone to group main, or rather we have referenced that in group main before we reference it back from here, which is group mains chat. Okay. And this particular step is nothing but whatever user has sent that we are storing in the database, right? Which is message. Multi-line input, ask your questions value. Okay. The next one is we are making an API call to, what is that called? OpenAI to get the response back. Okay. In fact, we can use the second one now, which is chat continue, because we also have a context over here. And context is not just the question that we're asking over here, but it's the entire context. Okay, which is, if we go back here, the entire context, the role user, content, whatever it is, role assistant, content, whatever it is. Okay, so for the first time when we are asking, it will just be role, user, content, whatever is the question. But the second time we are asking, it is one row of role, user, content, question. The second row is role, assistant, content, assistant response. Third row will be role, user, content, question. Keep this in mind, right? So I'll go to Notepad. I'll show you how this keeps working. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so I'm bringing some this thing for you. So you remember how we did it, right? So this is how it works. The first question we ask, it will be role, user, content, whatever is the question. Then we get the reply from assistant, which is the capital of India is New Delhi. The next question we ask is role, user, content, whatever is the next question. Then based on whatever is the answer that we get from assistant, right? It will be over here, assistant, the answer from assistant. Then we will have again this one. So this keeps happening based on whatever is the question we ask and what is the response that we get. Is this clear, everyone? Are you able to follow it? Okay. This is precisely what we are trying to build as a JSON. I'll show you step by step what happens. Okay. So we'll go back here. And if we go to this particular step, context, when we are asking the first question, this is not that. When we ask the first question, this is the context. Okay, which is role, user, whatever is the question. So I'll copy this. I'll go here. I'll say arbitrary text. And I will add this. Right? Here is where the question will come from, which is basically the multi-line input box. Okay. I'll remove this from here. This is the question, what we ask. So create a new message will be result of step 5's this thing. Likewise, if we go here, an arbitrary text will be role user content and then role assistant content. Now, I'll take this one step once and then we will go to the next step, what changes we have to do. Okay. Now I'll go to this particular thing and I'll add a repeating group because we want to display the messages of this particular chat. Okay, so I've added this. So this will be messages and do a search for message of linked chat equals to parent groups chat. And I'll also open this up and we will expand this particular thing. So it expands like this. And we can also make this as just 45. And we can also add some spacing between this and this. And I will go inside and create a group within the repeating group so that it can be referring to each message. This becomes current sales message and I'll call this as group each message. And then we will add a text within this group, which will basically display as whatever is the parent group's message ka message. So I'll click on preview. Let's go step by step. Please concentrate. I understand that it's a bit confusing probably, but you will understand it when we work on it. So I'll ask, where is India? I'll go step by step. Closely observe what happens when I click on this one. Firstly, we are creating a chat. Okay, let's go back to database. Chats are here. Okay, it would have already run through. Okay, and you can see the first thing has come here. I'll run this, create a new chat. After that, we are sending this to the group. So that happens. Add a pause of 1 second. Next one, we have create a new message, right? Message is empty. Okay, it has already cleared. And so this is a bit annoying with the bubble. right? Even though we go with what I say, step by step, right? Things have actually run in the background. Okay. What we see is not what is happening. So if you see, even before I ran this particular thing, right? This is already created and you can already see that coming here, which was not actually supposed to. Okay. But understand. So we are creating a new message and this thing is here, right? The first message is where is India? And the response is India is a big country located in Asia. It's right above the ocean called the Indian Ocean and next to countries like Pakistan, China, Nepal, and Bangladesh. It's very far from places like United States and Europe. Now, we are getting this kind of response because we have set the system role as you are a 5-year-old kid. Okay, that's why the responses are like that. That's okay. So that is got from here. And then we are creating whatever is the message that we get from OpenAI. JSON. Give close this thing to JSON. This is the JSON that we've got now. Okay, I'll take the JSON from here. Chat. This is the JSON that we've got right now. Okay, remove this particular double quote here and a double quote attempt. But do you see a pattern? We have role, user, content, question, then role, assistant, content, the response. Clear? Following? Now, what should be the next question? How should it be? When we ask the next question, how should the JSON be? Should it just be the question? Or should it have the context? Should it just be the question that we are sending or should it have the context? Hello, hello, hello. Please respond. Hello, guys. Please respond. Are you able to hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Yes, no? So please respond. What do you think should it be? Should we send just the question or context along with context? Yes, it should be along with context. If we send just the question, it'll respond like, I don't know what is the context. Correct? So you saw here. Now the context is already saved in the chat as JSON, right? So I'll take you back. Context is already saved here, right? The next question is being created over here. Okay, so whatever we are asking here is the next question. But prior to this next question, we also have to get the context. And to get that context, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the context from group main chats JSON. And I will also have a question mark after that. And next will be this one. Closely observe what is going to happen now. I'll run this. Okay. Because this will be lost now. because group main will have nothing. What we will do is we will get the chat on the left side now. Okay, all the chats. For now, I'm going to all chats and giving a name to it. Manually, I'll give a name, right, which will be called chat 1. And we will add the repeating group on the left side to display all the chats. Okay. So this will be chat, and this will be do a search for chat without any constraint. We will open this up, and we will open this up. We will just add some padding on both the sides so it is not sticking to corner. And what we will do is we will just display the chat name over here for now. Current sales chat name. And when we click on this particular name, that detail should come over here. So how do we do that? We just go to element action, display, no, sorry. We will go to element action, display data in group or pop-up. And the group is group main, data to display is current sales chat. Let's go back. We can see the chat 1 being shown here. I'll click on that and you see the context coming over here. Now I will ask the next question. Which is the capital? Now, if I ask which is the capital without the context, it will not be able to answer back. But because I'm sending the context, it will be able to answer. So let's see how this works. I'm going step by step, clicking on this one. So we have created a new chat which will not run through. This will also not run through because we already know what is the chat about, right? Adding a pause. Then we are creating a new message. And message is user. What is the capital? Which is the capital? And group means chat. OpenAI. You can see here what is being sent, right? Role user content. Where is India? Role assistant content. India is a big country located in Asia and blah, blah, blah. Then role user content, which is the capital. That is what is being sent to OpenAI. It has the context now, right? I'll click on next and we have an error. Okay, great. We could not pass the JSON body of the request. Let's understand what went wrong. And for that, I'll have to check this particular thing. Okay, so this has not got updated. Let's check what went wrong. Okay, so I'm still on step by step. Go here. Can I copy this? Okay, we'll have to have a method where we can see what's happening here. Okay, role user content, which is the capital. Oh, so we can probably copy it from here. Let's see what's going on. So I'll come here. Role user, we have a comma here. Role assistant content. We have a comma at the end. Then we have role user content, which is the capital. So this seems to be formatted in the right way. So let's see what is the error we are getting. Please consult the documentation as well. If you have trouble figuring out how to fix this, please contact us through our help center. Invalid request error. Param code null. What is null? Just give me a moment. Okay. We are doing it from here, and this is where we are getting the error because I don't think we are getting a response, are we? Let's check the message. Now, which is capital is the last thing that is getting created. Okay, let's delete these two messages from here. So there is some problem with the formatting of this thing. We'll have to figure out what is the problem. Just give me a minute. This has happened to me in the past as well, but we have got across it. Hmm. Just give me a couple of minutes. Is this the page we have done? That. Okay, yeah. Okay. Didn't do this. Strange. But we have done it somewhere. It's just to do with the formatting thing. I'll show you that this works. For some reason, Bubble is the formatting has some issues. Just want to see what is the best way to come up. Yeah, this is the one. Yes, exactly. Mm. Yes. Okay. The way we have done that in the past is here, the context, right? We've checked if group main, okay, group main chats JSON, right, is empty, then format as text, right? And what we have done here is user content. Somebody is talking. Please mute this. Guys, please don't unmute or at least mute once you have spoken. Yeah. So here will be the multi-line input value. Okay. Pay close attention. We are doing a condition-based context. If this is the first message, then it will be like this: role, user, content, whatever is the content. And if it is second message, then we are going to get the context first, which is group main chats JSON. And then we are appending this one with, right, arbitrary text. And within the arbitrary text, we are adding this particular message that we had. Okay, let's see if this works, because appending might help. Let me quickly check one more thing here. Append with the, okay, append. And you also have to add a comma to it. Just give a minute. This one is done. Here we add the comma. The end of it. Let's try this out. Click on this. We've got the context. Then we'll ask which is the capital. And let me first check if this is working. Strange, man. Come on. There's something to do with this one itself. Let me get rid of this. I'll show how to debug things. Okay, we'll figure this out. So if we go here, okay, this is what we had as a context. This is our context now. So I'm going to add that one in the arbitrary text. Okay, we will see if this works or not. Okay. Whatever is the message and all, that's completely fine. We will see if this particular thing gives us the result or not. I'm going to chat one, and the entire thing is already added over here. Okay, you can see I've made it a static now. It does not need to come from here. It is static. So I'm going to click on this one. Okay, this is also not working. Parameter in. Let me get this particular question from here. Let's go to plugins. Okay, we will try it over here now. I'm going to add the entire thing over here and we'll see if this works. Okay, so it's working over here. The same thing, right, is working over here. Let's see what is the response. The capital of India is New Delhi. It's a big city where a lot of important things happen, like where the leaders of the country meet and make decisions. Okay, so it's working over here, but if we give the same thing over there, it's not working. Let's see why. So I'm going to copy this. I am going to come to this particular thing. I will remove what I say things from here. Okay, and so basically go over here and make I'll add a condition to this. Current user is not current user, which means it will never run. I'll create a copy of this because I don't want to lose whatever I've done. Coming over here, new chat, I'll delete. We don't need it for now. We don't need this particular step. I'll delete this. Oh, what happened? I deleted this one. Add a pause we don't need, so I'll delete this. Create a new message I don't need. Deleting. OpenAI I need, and this is plain simple thing. So I'll keep it. I need this so that I can know if the responses come or not. And I don't need this for now. Okay, so I'm debugging to see why it is not working. Okay. Click on chat one. It ran through without error, but we have not got any. I don't know what happened. Let me run step by step. Oh. Current user is not current user. Oh, this also has the same thing. Okay, I have to remove this. Sorry. I had to remove the condition. So I'm going to click on this one. And then I'm going to run this particular thing. Okay. We could not pass the JSON. Let's try one more thing, which is basically go to this one and make it as formatted as JSON safe. Okay, sometimes if the formatting is not happened properly from our side because of spacing or whatever it is, using formatting formatted as JSON safe will help us. Okay, even that is not helping. This is crazy. Let's go to plugins. This is not private. So I'll go here. I'll remove this entire thing. Remove this. Delete this. Let's go recreate the same thing, which is chat. Continue. We will get this one, which has worked over here. Okay, it has worked when we gave that context here. Let's see if that is working here. Going to create result of step one and all of this. Let's go back. On this. Clicking on this. Okay, so finally we have got a response. Let's try to see what went wrong in the formatting. Going to delete this. So whenever something does not work, okay, like it happened to us now, I go one step back and do it one by one. Okay, so I've given completely static things right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, which is the capital thing, and only going to make that as dynamic. Okay, how do I do that? Multi-line ask value. So this is the context and I want to answer for it. Right. So I'm going to delete this last response that it's got because we're going to get the same response again. I'm going to refresh this. Click on chat one and I'm going to run this. It looks like you might not have typed anything, or maybe it didn't go through. If you have a question or need to tell me something, please try typing it again. Oh yeah, sorry. I should have asked the question over here, which is capital. The capital of India is New Delhi. So from the plugin over here, okay, where we had created the entire context, okay, we have slowly reached to a stage where we have kept this much static and this much dynamic. Okay, now slowly I will, make the entire thing dynamic. What I'll do is I'll take it from here. Right. And add, I've copied that. I'll take this one. Only make this as an arbitrary text. Let's put this particular context as is. I have just copied from there and pasted it here. And appending with the second arbitrary text, which is basically what we copied from here, right? And we are putting multi-line input ask you questions value. Then we have this one and this one over here. And we can remove this particular thing from here. Are you following what I'm doing? Yes, no? Let me just get my chat window. Yeah. Thank you, Hemant, for no, little lost. Okay. So, Debraj, when we tried to get the context in a JSON format, it didn't work. Right? So we are figuring out why it didn't work. Okay. So with this, you probably might understand how to debug things when things don't work. Okay. So I'm going one step at a time. So I copied the entire context over here and it worked. So I went back to the workflow and slowly making things, dynamic one by one. At this moment, this particular text is still static. Okay. And then this is dynamic. So I'm going to replay the same thing. So I'll remove this and this from the chat because we are going to ask the same question again, which is the capital of India. Click on chat one, which is the capital of India. I'll ask the same question again over here and run this. And this worked. Okay. So this particular thing has worked. Now we have to make this particular thing dynamic. So I'll copy this. I'll go to the particular chat that we have and I'll change this one as this JSON. We'll see if this works. Okay, we'll take this as a JSON and we'll make this dynamic, which will be group mains, chats, JSON. So we stored same JSON into the database. We are fetching it from there and we will again ask the same question. I'll go to messages I'll delete this particular message because we're going to ask the same question again. So I'm going to click on chat 1. We'll ask the same question, which is the capital, and run this through. This works. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this particular step from here. We will go back to the previous one which we had. I'll paste this particular step over here. Okay, because this has been working fine for us. Okay, this has not worked for whatever reason. I'm going to do this. Okay, so we've got this one, we've got this one, we have got this one, which is a result of step Y. Okay, and then we've got this one, which is the JSON. Okay, now this JSON should also have the previous context, right? It's not just this particular thing. We should have the previous context. So we'll go inside. I'll copy this. Clear. And we'll first get where is group name? Sometimes this is what happens here. We need something and it doesn't come. Okay. Remove it from here. So we have this JSON, which is here. And then I put it as append with arbitrary text. This one. We'll see what happens. Okay. Everything else should be working fine, and I'll make this one and I'll disable this one, which so putting current user is not current user will disable the workflow because condition will never be true. Okay. Going back to database, I'm going to delete both of this because we have got the entire workflow back. So we'll see if this entire thing is working fine or not. I'll also go to chat, and yeah, this is the context that we need. Let's go back. I will select the chat 1. What is the capital, or which is the capital? Either way. So what is the capital came? And you see the capital of India is New Delhi. It's a big city, came before that. Okay, some race condition is happening here. Okay. So we have got this, we have got this. What is the timing of this thing? This is also 812, this is also 812. So for some reason, if you see, okay, over here, this came late and this came first. Okay, sometimes race condition can happen on Bubble where multiple workflows are running in parallel. And to avoid this, what we will do is this particular message, right, which is a response from OpenAI. This we will create slightly later. So I'm going to create a custom state from here, custom workflow from here. Okay, and we'll say create AI response. Parameter for this is the message, which will be chat. Okay, both of it is chat completion. Not really, I guess. One should be something different. We have chat continue, and this is chat completion. Oh, but what we get as a response is chat this thing. Let me just refresh this to see if the name changes to chat continue. The data type. We'll go back to workflow. We'll go back to this one. I want to create the thing which is message for chat. And you can see chat continue. Refresh it, things will change. That is what you're going to get here. And what we're going to do is firstly create a new thing, which will be a message, right? And the link chat will be whatever is there in the main. So group means chat, and message will be messages, choices, first item, message content, and sent by will be AI in this case. Plus, we also want to do one more thing, which is make changes to so what we will do is we will send a respond back from here. Okay, and this will be like message created. And this will be yes or no. Okay, and once this is created, we can say return data. Okay, and if this is created or not. So it will be result of step 1 is not empty. So we'll get yes or no. Now let's go back here. And from here, we will call the custom state, trigger and custom event. Yeah, trigger a custom event. Now we will say we're calling create AI response, and that will be result of step 5. But this will happen only when we've got result of step 4 already done. And then we will create this. This is not needed because we are creating it over there in the custom state. And this one will be only when result of step 6 is yes. So we have interconnected it now such that this message will happen. And then we will call this one only when result of step 4 is not empty. And this one will happen only if result of step 4 is not empty. Of course, we are using result of step 5 also. And then here, this will run only when result of step 6 is yes. So that the race condition does not happen. Let's see if this works, by the way, right? So we'll see what is this problem here. Okay, this is result of step 5. Choices, first item, message content. Okay, let's check if this is working fine. Let's firstly check if our this thing is updated. The chat JSON. The capital of India is New Delhi. So this is good enough. Let's go back, click on chat 1. We have the context. Where is India? And then we have India is a big country located in Asia and stuff like that. Because of race condition, this has come before to this one. Now let's see. How big is it? So what is the context, everyone? When I ask how big is it, what is it here? What are we referring to? What are we referring to? Delhi, capital, right? Let's see what happens. So how big is it came? Now this got further. Okay, let's see what actually went wrong. Right, so I'm going to run this again. Create a new message, not happening. This is not happening. Add a pause, create a new message, which happens. And this one. So this one is capital of India is Delhi and so on and so forth. It's a big city and blah, blah, blah. A role equals to user and blah. Okay, maybe we have to add a space here. After every role, we have a space. So maybe let's try that. You see how complex these things can be, right? Add a new this thing itself. Let's see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the old message because we are going to ask this again. Go to messages. Delete this. How big is it? Message from me. Click on chat one. We will go here. This is the context. How big is it? Again, trial 2. Nope. It says I'm not working. Oh. Go to step by step. Click on this. Run. Come over here. Go here. This is what we have. Copy this entire thing, whatever we have. I'm going to the plugins, API connector, OpenAI, chat continue. I'm going to put the entire context here. The same context, whatever we have on the front end, I'm putting it over here. And this works. Right? But when we are sending when we are sending the same thing over there, it's not working. Okay, so how do we deal with it? Add a space instead of. Let's see if that helps. Not sure, but we can give it a try. I hope the thing has not changed. This doesn't matter. This has not changed, so let's quickly check. How big is it? Nope. If I would just save. See if this works. Capital, what capital? Oh. So how big is it? Okay, it doesn't want to work for some reason. But okay, anyways, so guys, you understood the concept of how do we create a chatbot with context being set. Yeah, we will figure this out, okay, as to what is going wrong and what should be the structure like, which may give us what is it, responses. But did you understand the context thing? Hello, hello, hello. Did you understand the context thing? Okay, we'll figure this out, like what exactly went wrong, and I'll also share the what to say this thing with you as to when, like, what kind of formatting should we do for it to work. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I don't think you have any questions because you've not got things working. But if you have any questions, please do let me know. I am available for the next 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then we can wind up. If you have questions, you can, what is it, unmute yourself and ask. No questions from anybody? Need to recall the session again and most probably get some more doubts and questions, I think. Yeah, I mean, watch the session, but let me first get the context thing working for you. Okay, so you have what is it, working model, which can be taken as reference, and then you can look into it. Okay. So give me a moment. Let me quickly check how is the schedule planned. Okay. So on Wednesday, we will have a Q&A session. Okay. Uh, happening. And what I'll do is before Wednesday, right, I'll try to get a solution for this as to how we have to format this particular thing for it to work. Okay. And we can have a Q&A session for this and also for other sessions if you have any questions. And then we will take it further on Friday. Works, everyone? Okay, then thank you, everyone. Sorry for the, what to say, hiccup that happened. As you could see, the same context is working in the API connector, but it's not working in the workflow. So let's figure out how we have to get it to work. Okay, I'll get that done for you. Thank you once again. Have a nice evening and see you on Wednesday. Bye.